ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वनियमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः प्रातः स्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वम् सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यत्स्वप्नजागरसुषुप्तमवैति नित्यम् तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलमहं न च भूतसङ्घः प्रातर्भजामि मनसा वचसामगम्यम् वाचो विभान्ति निखिला यदनुग्रहेण यन्नेति नेति वचनैः निगमा अवोचुः तं देवदेवमजमच्युतमाहुरग्र्ययम् प्रातर्नमामि तमसः परमर्कवर्णम् पूर्णं सनातनपदं पुरुषोत्तमाख्यम् यस्मिन्निदं जगदशेषमशेषमूर्तम् रज्ज्वां भुजन्.
Let's do what we always do. We'll suspend our mind just a little bit. And free awareness to become aware of its own self. In essence, Dzogchen is awareness, becoming aware of awareness. And then as we establish ourselves in this awareness, this field, space, energy, light, we'll extend it through our own bodies. We want to embody this awareness. We want it to permeate, the experience to permeate us completely. So extend all the way down into the earth and all the way back up through our heart, mouth, eyes, top of the head, fingertips, toes. Awareness awakens awareness. then having established herself a bit in this embodiment, flesh, will then extend this awareness to the immediacy of our situation, which is us this morning, also our friends on the internet. So we'll extend this awareness to each other, inside to inside, directly, unmediated, without effort. As Young Tengku Rinpoche, great Dzogchen master, says, this capacity to extend awareness into a person, even into their present, their past, and their future, that is the great compassion. Little practiced. Then having extended to the immediacy of our situation where this inner field meets the outer field, the light meets the light, intensity arises. We'll then extend to our ancestors, the mothers and the fathers and friends. And there's, as the yogis know, and we know, that there's a very thin line, thin veil between this mode of existing and then through the doorway of death, the next mode of existing. So thin. In mind alone, impossible abyss. In awareness, thin, easy actually. We'll do that now, in mutual support. Again, the light meets the light. Then having extended the light to our ancestors, to the generational field, we'll then extend to all those great yogis and people who throughout our life have embodied awareness and with whom we have resonance with. Again, the light meets the light. As Gerthy said, he was dying. More light, more light. Then we'll extend to that dimension of our own awareness, which is awareness itself, that is very mysterious, not easily understood. And that is the archetypal dimension, the archetypes, the deities and devas, dakinis, the gods and goddesses, these archetypical energies and powers that become personified and symbolized, and that we invoke, because in that power of invocation, that dimension is also embodied in us. And with this understanding, we'll extend to the Divine Mother as a Dakini, Yashitogo. And then we simply rest in this awareness. Because what happens, it arises in us naturally. No effort. It's like abiding in the present moment. Then timeless awareness begins to manifest. Embodiment of awareness. That's meditation. As light. In this practice, which we're entering into right now, this becoming aware of awareness, the qualities of this awareness, this field, becomes more and more manifested, more known, more felt. The felt sense. The felt sense of this presence of awareness becomes embodied, becomes flesh, awakened awareness. And as it becomes embodied, we begin to live in awareness with continuity. And as this experience of awareness unfolds, and the qualities of awareness become experienced and more embodied, the quality of spaciousness or primordial openness unfolds, like openness, space. And then the quality of light, the quality of being light, the felt sense of lightness, the experience of radiance, the radiance of the field flowing beyond one's body boundaries. It goes beyond our body. It's infinite in its horizons, it's vast, and it's multidimensional. And then the quality of this light, this radiance, can also be experienced as energy. They say energia, shakti, chi, sublime vibrations, pulsation, the undulation of the primordial pulsation, embodied, bliss, Mahasukha, the bliss that overcomes suffering, fullness, completeness, enoughness. This light, this radiance, manifesting, bringing forth the quality of compassionate resonance. Knowingness as light. And so the quality of non-duality, of oneness, of indivisibility arises naturally, inside to inside, directly, unmediated. The primordial bondedness, primordial at-homeness, self arises, and then within this, self-liberation arises naturally. This unfolding process of embodiment of this foundational state manifests over time and through time. It takes time. This timeless awareness in time, simultaneously. So initially in the beginning, we may feel that we're holding this experience. We're holding this awareness. We're carrying it. We're holding it. Teeny bit of effort, eh? And then one day, we begin to experience as if we're entering into it. We're entering into this awareness, this field above us and below us, in front of us and through us. We're in this field and we're surrounded by this sphere, S-P-H-E-R-E, of awareness. We're in the qualities, huh? We're in the sea, space, light, energy, resonance. And then, in time, we become this field of light. We become spaciousness. We become the openness. We become the resonance. We become non-duality within duality. Ahama, the great mantra. I am becoming who I am. Soham. As this experience unfolds, and it is an experience, we begin to experience these qualities as not only the qualities of our innermost awareness, this lucidity, this light, but we begin to experience this quality of lucidity in phenomena, in appearances. The light in appearances. Lucidity in otherness. Lucidity in people. Lucidity in animals. Lucidity in things. Houses, buildings, gardens, and for some of us, cars. And so, the appearance of phenomena are lucent unto themselves. It's a very famous Dzogchen statement. The appearances of phenomena are lucent unto themselves. The light within. And so, we begin to experience this light, this lucidity, not only within our own being and our own bodies, within our own innermost awareness, but within the bodies of others, within the being of human beings. So in this way, our innermost lucidity meets, encounters, blends, enters, experiences the lucidity of phenomena. Our innermost energy meets the energy of otherness. The spaciousness of our sense of openness meets spaciousness inherent in everything and anything. One place, open, unbounded place. The sense of non-duality within us and the non-duality permeating through us meets the non-duality beyond us. Within the duality of phenomena, non-duality manifests. And as the Daikini said to Dujam Lingpa, you and I are indivisible. There is definitely a you, and there is an I, and there is this oneness within the difference, and there is this difference within the oneness. Or as the great Heraclitus said thousands of years ago in the marketplace, the world is absolute oneness, and the world is absolute difference. Get used to it. So actually, these qualities are the qualities of human love. The sense of love. The sense of humanness. The sense of humanness is actually the great compassion. And the sense of humanness is the great compassion. The light is humanness, and humanness as light, here and now. So in this experience of appearances, and within our experience of the lucidity of appearances, the lucidity of the human face, some suggest, yes, some actually suggest that human experience is a delusion. This unhappy and distorting suggestion is itself delusional. The invalidation of what is obvious, the invalidation is what is shining through. the invalidation of what is present. The light of appearance, the light of manifestation, the divinity of appearance is negated by this dissociative assumption as to the unreality of human experience. It's just unreal. This is an invalidation of natural experience, the invalidation of direct knowingness, an unhappy invalidation of the manifestation of phenomena as the Dharmakaya, a most famous Dzogchen statement. The manifestation of phenomena as the Dharmakaya. The qualities of awareness are completely eminent. The radiance of the light is completely eminent within everything and anything. This radiance radiates from within to within, inside to inside, naturally present, simultaneously within us and between us, always, in every context, within every circumstance, whether the most beautiful or the most horrific. That's the stretch right there. As Swami Muktananda would so often say, God dwells within us as us. And for Baba, awareness is God. Awareness. Consciousness. Mystic humanism. The mysticism of being human consciousness, which is consciousness itself. Humanness as light. Muktananda would also say, no one owns this understanding. No religion, no culture, no country, no group. This experience, he would say, cannot actually be institutionalized. Namkhe Norbu, great Dzogchen master contemporary, would say the same. This Dzogchen, this experience of awareness as awareness, is beyond any religion, beyond any culture, beyond East, beyond West, beyond all the various forms of corporate ownership. Corporate maintenance of the truth. The Guru is the process of self-revelation, this logos, this natural unfolding of the experience of primordial awareness, manifesting the light as the light in everyone. The radiance, this radiance of self-experience and the radiance of phenomena and appearance, intrinsically present within everyone and everything. The Guru is this radiance, this light of awareness, and the light within every circumstance and every drama, every appearance. And so the radiance within us experiences the radiance within all phenomena and all appearance. That's liberation. And so one, two. We'll continue. Did we all stay in awareness just now, or did we pop out? Popping in, popping out, right? Tantra actually means continuity of the awareness state, embodied So the Guru, this radiance of self-experience and the radiance of phenomena and appearance, intrinsically appearance within everyone and everything. The Guru, darkness to light. The Guru is this radiance, this light of awareness, and the light within every circumstance and every drama. And so radiance within us experiences the radiance within all phenomena and all appearance. And so again, non-duality within duality arises. And within duality, non-duality becomes felt and known. Self-liberation, ever so briefly, at moments, at times, then expanding and becoming continuous. It is true that all liberation is actually self-liberation. The light liberates the light. The light of myself liberates the light within me and around me. Here's a Dzogchen instruction. Given that appearances are lucid unto themselves, like a face within a mirror, this liberation is liberation itself. Appearances are lucid unto themselves. Phenomena is the radiance of awareness unto itself. Appearance is the expanse of the Dharmakaya. And so, we can take or receive phenomena as our companion. We can take and we can receive phenomena as our companions of radiance. Then everything is the soul state of placement. Mysterious statement, huh? Everything is the SOLE state of placement. So in this way, there are no distractions. Everything is path. Everything is unfolding. Everything, moment of liberation. Sort of waiting for the right circumstance is a delusion. So actually the Guru is the radiance of this innermost awareness, revealing itself in everything and anything, the grace bestowing power of the divine ground of being. Actually, for Swami Muktananda, the Guru was a function. The Guru is not a person. And Swami Muktananda participated in this function just like you and I participate in this wondrous function of the radiance of the light of awareness. The Guru is a relational metaphor. The Guru is a relational metaphor. And so this process of self-revelation of the light taking place within us and between us is like there is a me and there's a you, and then within us and between us is this manifestation of awareness, radiance becoming visible. That's liberation. Gratitude sustains everything. Gratitude sustains the experience of self-revelation, of the invisible becoming visible. So gratitude to the Guru and for the Guru is gratitude to and for this mysterious function that we all participate in, which is the radiance of awareness manifesting into everything and anything, as everything and as anything. So actually, it's really important to take ownership of self-liberation. If not, you'll be waiting and waiting for Godot. You'll be waiting to be liberated from the outside of your own innate awareness. Even Lord Buddha said, as he was dying, light, your own fire. Don't depend on me. That's what he said. Easily forgotten, eh? You'll be waiting for the blessings from your own superego. Good boy. Good boy now. Or good dog. Or even worse, the superego of another. Equal vision is not simply a result of self-liberation, but the equality of awareness in everything and everyone is the action invoking self-liberation. An equal vision undoes all forms of hierarchy. Equal vision undoes all forms of hierarchy, all forms of better and best. Equal vision dismantles theocracies. Think of Constantine, 325, holding the sword in his hand and the cross in the other, declaring the Holy Roman Empire. Huh? That scene happens a lot. Equal vision dismantles the infinite forms of caste systems. Rigpa, this awareness of awareness, is the great eraser. Rigpa dismantles the union of royalty and spirituality. It also dismantles a lot of the methods that stand before it. Almost done. One comment on lineage and tradition. In the Treasure of the Dharmadhatu, Longchenpa, perhaps one of the greatest of the Dzogchen masters, 14th century, makes the distinction between tradition and lineage. Tradition is the articulation of how various people, cultures, experience the light of awareness over time. So, and we honor the different traditions we participate in, but traditions themselves are fields of knowledge, information, or light that humans articulate their experience of ultimate reality, if you wish, or primordial awareness, different languages, costumes. And then we can participate in these traditions as method and practice. Lineage is much more personal. It is the drama of your own direct connection to primordial ground awareness and to those who have been the vehicles and the doorways into this drama. The drama of self-recognition played through the mirror and the conjunctio with others. As the scriptures say, the mother is the first guru. Then if the historical mother is not, then the archetypical mother will be. The power of extension of your own awareness is that it opens our bodies. It opens the containment of the body. It opens the fascia of the body. And that this light, this field, goes beyond our bodies into the world. So the Shivite masses declare the bliss of samadhi is actually the bliss of the world. Rinpoche, a great Dzogchen master, would say, to experience self-liberation, meditation is really important to have this process. 10 minutes is not going to do it, right? But to actually put time in meditating in a regular way, that this awareness unfolds. And meditation actually teaches meditation. But it does take time. A lot of people kid themselves with 10 minutes, 15 minutes. The door's just starting to open. Then Rinpoche also says this, though it's all in the practice of meditation, unless you have understanding that actually fits for you, you have these experiences unfolding, but you're not going to know what's actually happening. It's understanding that illuminates what's taking place. You have people meditate for years and years and years and years and nothing happens. Nothing happens. Yet something is happening, but without some understanding, the experience will not be illuminated. And Drizha Rinpoche also says this, although hundreds of thousands of explanations are given, there's one thing to be understood. Know the one thing that liberates everything. Awareness itself. Your own true nature. everything unfolds over time, eh? So this process of embodying timeless awareness in time paradoxically does take time. You can even see this in the history of unfolding any of these traditions, whatever one you like. The history of Buddhism, the first opening, the first turning of the wheel of Dharma was when Gautama taught the Four Truths. That was the first movement. And the way he was articulating his experience of primordial awareness at that time was no self. And no desire. And that's existence itself was suffering. And then he created 8 steps, if you will, to free oneself from suffering, actually to free oneself from existence. In terms of being detached. It's around 400 BC. Then around 100 AD, 200 AD, give or take 100 years, right? Narguna arises, so-called the second Buddha. And he brings forth the Heart Essence Sutras. He brings forth what they call Mayamaka, the middle way. He brings forth the understanding of emptiness, sunyata, as essence. Everything is emptiness. But even making statements would be empty, so there'd be no statements about it in an affirmative way. It was like the path of negation. But it opened to where there was this foundationness, this cosmology, if you will, of emptiness, openness. Then about 200 years later, that's the second turning of the wheel of Dharma. Then 200 years later, around the year 400, is the Uttara Tantra. This was a magnificent opening, because they began to understand that this emptiness, this absence, is actually presence. And it's the presence, the arising of the Buddha mind, Buddha awareness. Wisdom, source, illumination. And that everyone and everything, the Tathagata, had the potential to become liberated as we embody this wisdom. That is a fantastic moment. And then, around 400 years later, the teachings that we like here, Dzogchen begins to arise with a tantra called the Gurdaba Tantra, the matrix, this great matrix of light. And the Gurdaba Tantra, it begins with it. The seed is not simply within us, but everything and anything is divine wisdom. Every experience, every thought is wisdom gnosis, just as we are. In my mind, this is the fourth turning. And very direct for everyone. And you'll see similar articulations in pretty much every tradition. A good practice after meditation, as you sit in your own awareness, embodying it, is to articulate your experience to yourself. Because sitting in awareness, much of the experience is non-conceptual, huh? And yet to use language, experientially near, and to put your experience to words, to language, actually helps you know what you know. To help you know, to have understanding of what's actually taking place. And even struggling to put it to language is a process of bringing that experience into logos, into bringing the vibrations into words and symbols, and then you can understand it with your mind, your personality, and that helps you sustain it. And it also helps you sustain the state of meditation the rest of the day. So you just don't get up and then leave that exquisite state of awareness you've been cultivating and then run into the world as shit. So for your own self, quietly, articulate to your own self, what you experienced in your meditation. Now you just heard a little talk during your meditation. How do you work that? And do you hear the talk in the meditative state? Or does it take you into mind alone? Because actually hearing everything and anything in awareness will illuminate what's useful and what's not useful. Then the very articulation of that into our minds will not only give us understanding that fits for us, that's attuned to us, that reflects us, but then that understanding will remain with us in that union of awareness and mind. And then it also helps us throughout the day to have that union of awareness and mind, where we can think and feel, love and hate, react, not react, all within this as the light of awareness itself. Then that very process is self-liberation. With that, we'll rub our hands together and place it on our hearts, which is the source of this light and energy. And we do it this as symbolically sealing the experience that we are holding and articulating for ourselves. And then we live in that the rest of the day. I'd like to thank everybody for coming this morning. And tomorrow we'll have Dakini Day again, and we'll have this great talk by Lama Tarchin speaking about the divinity of appearance through the words of Durjam Lingpa, the person who brought forth the Durjam lineage. And then often we do a little practice after that also, often a Dakini practice. And these practices are bringing forth the archetypical dimension in our own body, where we can embody these archetypical energies. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. Any announcements here? Amma? Amma's coming on July 8th and 9th. And you can do Savor. You can sign up now. Thank you all. And we'll put that chant back on.
शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वनि